US President Donald Trump has reiterated his plan to take over the Gaza Strip. He's now saying that Israel will hand over the enclave to the US at the end of fighting. It comes as Israel's defence minister suggested that Ireland, Spain and Norway are legally obliged to take in Palestinians. In response, the Taoiseach and Minister for Foreign Affairs Simon Harris said the objective must be that the people of Palestine return safely to their homes, and any comments to the contrary are unhelpful.
Donald Trump is sticking to his plan to take over the Gaza Strip. In an early morning post on social media, he said Israel will hand over control of the enclave to the US when the fighting ends, but now says no US troops would be needed on the ground. On Tuesday, he appeared to say the opposite when asked if he would send troops.
We'll do what is necessary. If it's necessary, we'll do that. We're going to take over that piece and we're going to develop it.
Last night, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt rolled back on another of the president's statements, saying the relocation of Palestinians would be only temporary.
The president's made it clear that he expects these nations in the region to step up and to accept Palestinian refugees who will be temporarily relocated for the rebuilding of Gaza.
But on Tuesday, Mr. Trump mentioned permanent resettlement.
If we can get a beautiful area to resettle people permanently in nice homes and where they can be happy and not be shot.
US Secretary of State Marco Rubio also appeared to roll back on that statement, saying it would be an interim relocation.
It was not meant as a hostile move. It was meant as I think, a very generous move. The offer to rebuild and to be in charge of the rebuilding of a place.
The plan has been widely rejected by Hamas, Arab states and key US allies like the UK. Gazans on the ground are also adamant that they won't leave. Now he's telling us Gaza is destroyed and we have to leave. We will clean up the rubble, sit on it and live, whether they like it or not, said this woman. Donald Trump's plan has been well received in Israel, where the Defence Minister Israel Katz suggested countries that recognise Palestine, like Spain, Ireland and Norway, are legally obligated to take in Palestinians, as he ordered the army to prepare plans for their voluntary departure from Gaza. What the final plan will look like is still very unclear. Fergal Gallagher, RTE News.
For more on this, let's talk to our political correspondent Paul Cunningham, who's standing by. So Paul, what's the reaction then to these latest comments from Israel that Ireland is legally obliged to take in Palestinians?
I don't think they're too surprised insofar as that Minister Katz is well known. He currently holds the defence brief, but he also was previously the Foreign Affairs Minister, and it was under his tenure that Israel removed its embassy from Ireland. So not too much surprise. The Taoiseach and Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Defence, Simon Harris, didn't mention it in the Dáil today, but his spokesperson did say that the priority for Ireland and indeed the international community has to be to firming up the ceasefire and to getting Palestinians home, to getting in humanitarian aid, to rebuilding Gaza and delivering a political process which is going to deliver a two-state solution. And something of a diplomatic dig, the spokesperson added that anything other than that was a distraction and unhelpful.